What's good, YouTube? Back at you guys with another live. Hello, everyone. How are you? Salute to you guys. I hope you guys are well. I think you guys can hear me, but what's up, guys? How you guys doing this week? We back at it again. You guys know what we're doing today, right? So today's live, we're going to check out. Let me put my camera a little bit over here. All right, so today's live, we are going to talk about where okay, we're continuing our city deep dive on the weekend. You know how we do on our lives. All right, today we're going to talk about Hue. All right, so I hope you guys are doing well. Let me know where you guys are tuning in from. All right, if you guys are new here, real quick, my name is KT. Kevin, people call me KT. I'm an American expat who is living in Vietnam almost 7 years now. I'm married here. And so if you guys have any questions, feel free to leave them in the comment section right there. If you guys have any questions about Vietnam, I own a relocation business here. All right, so you can go to this, tap this little QR code here. You guys can go to my website, check out all the information there. I packed it. It's big there for you. All right, it's packed, jam-packed of information. What I'm trying to say. All right, so nice to meet you guys. Appreciate you, and shout out to you guys for joining. All right, today we're going to talk about Hue. So bear with me. You guys know what I do. Shout out to you guys. Shout out to our members. All right, shout out to you guys. All right, so we're going to talk about Hue. All right, so Hue is the old imperial capital. Okay, so now Hanoi is the capital, but back in the day, Hue used to be the capital of Vietnam. Okay, so let me show you. But before we jump in there, I want to show you guys. This is a little announcement. Right? Uh, Next week's live, I'm planning some trips around Vietnam for you guys, for my subscribers, so that we can travel together. We can break bread. We can have a good time. So those of you guys who are coming to Vietnam, you'll actually have some activities you can do. So next week, it's a very important live pull up because we're gonna do a deep dive into all the activities that's in my mind and that I've been talking to all to people all week for the last like 2 or 3 weeks. All right, so pull up to next week's live. Obviously, pull up to all lives, but we're going to talk about. I'm going to be planning these Vietnam trips, meetups, move scouting experiences. So you guys have been asking me about which areas you should go to. Well, this is the reason why I do these lives uh, with these deep dives in these city guides, because I want you guys to understand. I'm gonna take it a step further, and I'm going to organize some move scouting experiences so that you guys can come with me and we can go in those districts and we can go take a look at areas ourselves. Okay, so if you're interested in that kind of stuff, let me pull up this. Let me go like this. Also, I'm gonna start a poll. All right, let me move my poll a little bit. So you see the poll. All right, hit one. All right, I'll get to that, but the poll real quick. Which Vietnam subscriber trip should I build first? Okay, so I'm just getting into the subscriber trips. Okay, Da Nang. This is the ones I'm gonna go on as well with you. Okay, and we're gonna show the channel, and we're gonna just show people have a good time. Should I build Da Nang first? Should I build Dalat? That's the mountain area. 3, the Mekong Delta, so that's Kanto. We just talked about Kanto last week, okay? Or should we do number 4, Bumatuat? If you've seen my videos, I just posted Bumatuat. That's the coffee capital of Vietnam. So there's a trip. We'll check out the whole thing, all right? These are not just go to a capital or go to a city and then we sit there. We're going to do all kinds of experiences in those cities, all right? So this is a multiple day experiences, okay? So if you think I should do the first trip, the very, 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 very inaugural trip, number one, just type right now. Number one, Da Nang. Two, Dalat. Three, the Mekong Delta. Four, Bumatuat. All right. So that's it. That's on the side there. Okay. So next week, so that's part of we're going to talk about. All right. So I need you guys. I need your feedback so that I can build this for you guys. All right. So what are you guys interested in? Okay. I can't think of everything because I'm not going to build this just, for everyone, right? I'm going to build it for my subscribers, for the people who rock with me. This is taking my content to the next level. All right. And I need you guys and your feedback to help me build my channel. All right. If you really rock with me, you really want me to succeed and grow this channel so that we all can succeed, I really need you guys to pull up. All right. And I need you guys to get activated. All right. I need my people. All right. Where are my people? All right. All right. So we're going to, again, it's either going to be Da Nang, it's going to be Dalat, it's going to be the Mekong Delta. We're going to do coffee trips, local activities, obviously subscriber meetups. All right. So make sure you guys do the poll. 1, 2, 3, or 4. All right. I also need you guys to join next week. All right. I'm going to be talking about this stuff a lot. All right. I'm really elevating my content as well as experiences with my relocation business. All right. So if you guys are really interested, you are coming to Vietnam soon. Within the year, 2 years, it'll be here. Okay. I'm building this. This is the first inaugural subscriber trip that I'm gonna be planning. So I'm looking forward to it, man. I hope you guys will enjoy it, and we'll be able to come up with some ideas together. Okay, because maybe some of you guys want to do some fishing, maybe you guys want to do some trekking, maybe you want to. I don't know. Just I need your feedback though. All right, because I'm all about showing you expat life, right? And so you can't understand expat life without travel throughout Vietnam. All right. So I'm on a mission to see every single province in Vietnam. And so I'm taking you guys along the journey with me. All right. So if you guys are interested in that kind of stuff, actually doing some experiences here in Vietnam that you can't get outside of these other tours, lock in with me, man. Tap in with me because you're about to see some really good stuff. I promise you. All right. So next week is the start. I need your feedback. Okay. We're going to start doing this, or I've already put them up on my website. So if you go on the website right here, right, QR code it, just zap it, and you'll go to our website. Go up to the tab that says tours. All right. I'm telling you, this shit's about to be fire. All right. I need you guys to be involved as well. All right. I need you guys. I need my people. If you really rock with me, I need you guys to pull up and give me your ideas. Okay. So I'm going to be joining a lot of these in the beginning and throughout, obviously. Okay. So it's going to be me. I'm going to be with you. Okay. We're going to do this together. All right. So I'm excited. All right. So pull up next week. All right. All right. So that aside, make sure you guys hit that poll now. All right. Make sure you guys hit the poll. I see that there's a few guys on here. So I only see one person that already did it. Thank you for that, whoever did that. 1, you want to go to Da Nang. 2, this is our subscriber trip. All right, subscribers, us, you and I. Okay, pull up. Da Nang, 1, 2. Just type on your keyboard, or if you can, 2 Da Nang, 3 Mekong, 4, or just type it in the comment section, 4 Bumatuat. All right. That poll is up, so just make sure you guys just type it in the comment section, 1, 2, 3, or 4. All right. This is what we're doing today, y'all. This is what we're going to do today. Make sure you guys hit that like button and subscribe, please. All right. We're on the road to 7,000. Let's go. Let's go. Let's run it up. All right. So again, this is what we're doing today, guys. setting up this series again. This is episode 7. All right. So if you've been with us, you'll understand this. We've done 6 of these already. Okay. These are deep dives into the cities and to the districts where I believe that expats should live. Okay. Whether you are a retiree, whether you are, even though you can't retire here comfortably, you can retire here, but you just got to hop back and forth. Okay. Uh, Remote workers, retirees, first timers to Vietnam. All right. Again, no one really explains it to you guys. All right. So I really hope you're getting value out of this series that I've been doing for the lives. And if you haven't been checking them out, go back and check them out if you're interested in those cities. Okay. So salute to all of you guys who've been with me, who know what's going on. Salute to you guys for real, man. Let me know in the comment section if you've been caught up in this series and you've been with me every week. All right, it matters to me, really. All right, so I'm going to tell you about the series, a little bit more about the series, and then we're going to jump into Hue and understand why Hue is different than all the other cities that we've been covering and within Vietnam. All right, so the series, man. Again, for those of you who've been with me, forgive me. I'm gonna do this really fast. Week 1, we went through Saigon. Saigon is the engine of Vietnam. All right. So if you want opportunity, you want more dating experience, it's going to be heavier traffic. Obviously, it's going to be the most populous city within Vietnam. All right. We have about 12 million people here. Okay. And growing. Okay. Week 2, we did Hanoi. Hanoi is the capital, right? We're going to talk about Hue, the old capital, today. Hanoi is all about culture, tradition, density. It's super dense, right? Saigon is not so dense, but because it's sprawling. But in Hanoi, there's nowhere to go, right? So everyone lives like really close quarters, close knit with each other. All right. If you really want to get a sense of Vietnam and real Vietnam, go to Hanoi. Okay, live in Hanoi. Da Nang is the vacation spot. Week 3. It's all about beach, work-life balance. It's all about the slower pace, the slower pace of life in Da Nang. All right. So us expats who live here and have lived here for a while, we look at Da Nang as just we go there to chill out. Okay, that's like a vacation holiday spot for us. I wouldn't recommend living in Da Nang if you're not a remote worker or if you are or if you have obviously if you have bread, of course, but if you work there, okay, that's fine. If you can actually get a job there, cool. All right. So Da Nang is the chill spot. Okay, that was week 3. Week 4, we talked about Dalat. Dalat is the mountain area that's completely different than anywhere you'll ever see in Vietnam. Period. It's mountainous, right? The north is all mountains. For the most part, the north is all mountains. Sapa and Dalat are 2 areas that are touristy that are in the mountains, right? Obviously, you have Ha Giang up in the east near China, okay? But in the Ha Giang Loop, you know the loop. So of course, there's those areas, but specifically for tourism, Sapa in the northwest, and near Lao, and Da Nang, Dalat, Dalat in the south. Okay, Dalat in the south is like no other because it's in the mountain that's high up. It's clean, right? I've done videos there, so you can go check those videos out. Recently, we were in Dalat, and so it's cool. It has it's mountainous, obviously, so it's hilly. And then you have a bunch of really rustic, cool cafes that are there. And you'll get a good sense of what daily life is really like up in the affluent area. Okay. Dalat is really cool. It's completely different. All right, so that was week 4. Week 5, we did Nha Trang. So Nha Trang is obviously a smaller Da Nang, and so if you are looking for more affordability, again, it's more of a beach. Okay, you get, but it's to me less crowded and it's more cost effective. Okay, than Da Nang. Smaller, right? But again, it's we us the locals and us expats, excuse me, we think about it as just a vacation spot as well. You know what I'm saying? So again, that was week 5. All right. So today actually is week 7. All right. So all that, right? We talked about today. We're going to talk about Hue. All right. I feel like I'm missing one of those. I feel like I'm missing something on that list. But anyways, we're gonna talk about Hue. All right. And Hue is all about history. So if Hanoi is pretty local, it's a bigger city, it's a big metropolitan city, but it feels small, right? If you've been to Hanoi, you know what I'm talking about. But with Hue, and even I haven't even been to Hue before. So just disclaimer, I've never been. I was about 50 kilometers away, but I got tired, so I turned around. I was driving a motorbike. And so yeah, Hue is all about it's all about history. History. All right. I'm gonna show you on the map. You know how we do. I'm gonna show you on the map, and then we'll jump into it. All right. Again, history, culture. Hue they're known for their noodle, special noodle. They're known for a few different dishes. All right, and it's super affordable there. Okay, but the weather is kind of it rains a lot over there. All right, so let me show you on the map. Give me a minute. Let me share my screen, and we'll get into it. I see that I have some comments, so I'll come back to you guys in a minute. All right, I think I'm sharing with you. Yeah. All right. So obviously we are in Ho Chi Minh. Okay. So we're gonna go all the way up, all the way up. Here's Da Nang, of course, and we're gonna go right into Hue. So Da Nang's here, Hue here. Okay. So let's check out Hue. Obviously, the weather patterns that you're gonna get from Da Nang, you're gonna have with Hue. Okay, so immediately you should know, okay, this is gonna be very wet. What the flooding that you get in Da Nang, you're gonna get in Hue. Okay, and then Hue is probably not as the infrastructure is not as sound over here in Hue. Okay, immediately you see Hue is surrounded by a bunch of like rainforests and and water, okay, to the east. And so I mean it's beautiful. It looks really, really beautiful. All right. Like right off the bat, I think Hue is a beautiful area just because it has a lot of green around it. Okay. And so this, I believe, we're gonna get into it, but all right. So we're talking about this city right here. Let me show you some pictures and see if it has some good ones here. Go like this. That doesn't. Yeah, there you go. And that's the Citadel. So this is what I'm talking about. This is what you'll see. This is 2022, but it's completely different, I'm sure now. More built up. Okay. This is Hue. This is what we're going to talk about today. You can get a kind of a feel about how it's going to be. It's going to be real laid back, slower pace of life. Let me go back to that picture. This is 2021, so I'm sure that's completely different. Okay, take these with a grain of salt because a lot of these pictures are old. Okay, so if you're looking for like just a more of a peaceful area, just a calm. I mean, Da Nang is chill. This is going to be probably 50% more chill. Okay. So if you like that kind of thing, this is what we're talking about. Okay. This is this is 2016. Oh my God, look at that, man. It's completely built up now. Wow. Interesting, right? Wow, that's cool. Okay. All right. So yeah, this is what we're talking about, y'all, right here. All right, let me come back to you. And let me get to some comments real quick. My man, Mr. Navigator, what's up, brother? Salute to you, bro. Salute says, salute, my brother. Salute, my brother. Salute to you, bro. I hope you're doing great, man. How's life? Let's go. Conscious Living. Conscious Living says, what's good? I finally had another Friday off. Let's go. Hey, man, get those Fridays off, bro. How you doing, brother? You all right? It's good to be good to be off on a Friday. I mean, I love it. My man, 8th Day Conscious Living. Thank you, brother. Appreciate that. AD, my man, says, morning, KT. Thanks for the nuggets. Of course, you guys. Of course. Yeah, I want you guys to pull up, man. Pull up because, I absolutely want you guys to talk with me through these trips, man, because I think it'll take my content to another level. Also, I think that it'll be a huge, F the content. It's all about meeting you guys, getting you guys to meet each other. Because I talk to so many of you guys on the back end, literally, but I want you guys to talk to each other. This is what this is all about. So I want to bring you guys together, bring us all together, break bread, and have some new brothers around the world. You know what I'm saying? So that's where my head's at. That's where my head's at. But what's up, man? What's up, AD? What's up, AD? All right, B Mac, what's up, brother? Salute to you, brother, and thank you for being a member, man. Appreciate you. My man, B Mac says, "Hey Kevin, any chance you can get in touch with me?" I could, yes, absolutely. I certainly don't want to put your. Let me see if I can. Let me. If you give me, I need your email address somehow. Send me an email address. Send me an email right now. Excuse me, everyone. Kevin T. I'm gonna put it right here. Kevin T. Shoot me over an email right now, and I'll let you know I have it here live. KT.com. All right, and yeah, anybody want to get a hold of me? You can get a hold of me right here. Okay, I am available. Don't forget that T though, Kevin T. Okay, don't forget that T. TheStoryofKT.com. Okay, hit me up. The Story of KT. Don't forget that. All right. Yeah. Hit me up, brother. I got you. Appreciate you though. Appreciate you for being a member, man. Salute, brother. Thank you, bro. All right. It's Pooh, my man. What's up, brother? He says 3, bro. Love it. Love it. Let's see where that poll is right now. Let's see where that poll is. All right. It says 3. Okay. I love it. Love it. Conscious Living says, thank you, Pooh. Conscious Living says 1. Let's go. Let's go. Mr. Navigator says 1. Let's go. AD says 3. I'm loving this. I'm loving it. All right. I love it. My real ones are pulling up. I love it. Keep it up. Let's go. Let's go. My choice, I ain't going to tell you guys yet, but I'm thinking anywhere from number 1 to number 4, to be honest. But if we want to do it, I'll say number 1. Or if you guys want to know my little where my head's at, I'd say number 1 and number 3. To be honest, yeah, number 1 and number 3 out of this list, yeah, for sure. All right, Cho Mary, what's up, Cho Mary? Shout out to you, my brother. Cho Mary says, KT, hello from Bangkok. Great content, brother. Make the live interactive and you'll get more engagement, leading to more views. Keep it up, brother. Yes, I appreciate it. That's what that thing is for. All right. If you guys, I appreciate it, Chill Mary. So if you guys want to participate, this is a good segue. If you guys want to participate, I'm planning subscriber trips. So if you're not subscribed, hit that subscribe button and you'll be a part of it. Okay. If you are a member, you'll get discounts on these subscriber trips. All right. So shout out to my members. If you guys didn't know that, surprise. All right. So make sure you guys go ahead and do this poll. One for Da Nang, which should be the first one, the inaugural. Are we going to Da Nang? Are we going to Dalat? Are we going to go to the Mekong? Or are we going to go to Coffee Country? All right. So I'm going to be joining you. All right. So you just got to be here. That's it. You just got to be here. All right. All right, man. So make sure you guys are hitting that poll, and I'm going to keep it moving. Where is that? Bear with me here. All right. So let's get into it, man. There we go. So the biggest mistakes that expats make. Let's check it out, man. So I'll go like this, man. My 2 cents are, Hue, if you're a newbie, I'm going to say, if you're adventurous and you're a newbie, I'd go to Hue. All right, because the affordability, this is my nugget, my little KT nugget for you. Because Hue is going to immerse you in the Vietnamese culture so fast that, and they're kind over there. They're like, you're going to go to Hue. And don't get me wrong, the difference between super, super genuine kindness Vietnamese and city Vietnamese are completely different. Okay. So the kindness you'll receive in the city of like Ho Chi Minh City is generally rooted around capitalism and money. Give me money, 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 right? But in Hue, although it's the same, they're not really concerned about it like that, and just the smaller cities you'll see. All right. They're just like, they're happy to see you. They're happy to see a foreigner enjoying themselves. All right. So if you're a newbie and you really want to get into, the culture, I don't know why you would, but you moved here, right? So if you want to get there, I would choose it. I would choose Hue based on I'm a nature lover. I want to be outside. I love history, right? Like, and again, you saw all the rivers, you saw all the waterways. So you're gonna have fresher air, and it's going to be better for your health. Okay, I would think that Hue is more peaceful. All right, but that could lead to boredom as well. Okay, and if again, you'll learn in this live that the smaller areas like Hue don't really have a robust expat, community. So that's a problem, right? And so you have to understand that if there's not going to be a robust expat community, then it's going to lead to loneliness, right? And you're going to eventually go back to a bigger city because you want to be around more English speakers. This is a thing. This is why I show you guys this stuff, okay? And I'm teaching you on this channel of the reality of living in Vietnam, and that again, my people, the KT crew, my guys know and my gals know that we're here for the long haul, right? We're looking at Vietnam for retirement, for a better life, for a reset. Okay, this is what it can help you. This is what I teach on this channel. All right, so if you're new here, please hit that subscribe button and give me a thumbs up. All right. Seriously, underestimating the rain that is here. These are the biggest mistakes that expats make. New ones that come to Vietnam. All right. Some expats that have been here for longer than 3 years, we already know. You should know. If you've been here longer than 3 years, you should know this information. Okay, you should. But it rains a lot. just take what you know about the weather in Da Nang and just apply it to Hue as well. Okay, it's the same weather pattern. Okay, and so again, these are some of the biggest mistakes that expats make. When you move to Hue, you've got to understand that it's going to flood. Okay, and there's going to be hella rain, so be careful. It's going to be super damp, so that means there's going to be mold in your house. You gotta be, what am I trying to say? You have to think accordingly. Okay, and so on the flip hand, since there's not a lot of expats that you might not want to date, again, the Vietnamese women are don't speak English as much as a city Vietnamese would, gal or man, and therefore they're going to leave you alone. They're not going to really try to interact with you like that. Okay, small interactions, yeah. Bigger interactions, long-term interactions, no. All right, and you have to understand that that's what's going to happen. Okay, yes, there are exceptions to the rule, but it's not about you, it's about them. They're not comfortable speaking long-term with a foreigner. Okay, I'm just giving you guys nuggets ahead of time. Okay, so don't, you'll find some Vietnamese where you'll befriend them, and you're not necessarily friends, if you get what I'm saying. Okay, so that will lead to loneliness. Again, if you move too far, these are the biggest mistakes. Okay, I'm on number 4. Moving too far from the city center before you test the transport, the food, and the services. Okay, again, you guys, if you've been following me, you guys understand that anytime I talk about a city, any city, I don't care how small it is, you as a foreigner better live in the middle. Okay, it's just generally safer for you. Okay, try not to live on the outskirts. All right, because weird things happen. All right. And the last one, ignoring English access. I've already talked about it. Dating limits, healthcare needs, yes, and daily conveniences. Again, Hue is even though it was the old capital, it has a lot of things, but it's still tiny. Like there's a reason why they left and moved over to Hanoi. Okay, it was amongst the threat. It's just open, right? You need to, obviously, you need to be more center for defense purposes, but it's just tiny. Okay, and so you understand there's going to be healthcare issues. All right, and then there's not going to be a lot of your international delicacies. Okay, so if you're cool with that, then Hue is an amazing opportunity, man. I'm telling you. If you love that history, you want to live in just the old capital, and you want to see what it felt like to step in steps of emperors and people from thousands of years ago, this place will blow your breath away. I swear. All right, let's get into the area. First area we're going to talk about is Phu Hoi. Okay, Phu Hoi. Say it with me. Phu, like F, Phu Hoi. Okay, and the city center of Hue. Let me show you on the map, so bear with me. Go here. All right, let's go. Phu Hoi. Phu Hoi. So obviously it's not going to give me what I want. So I'm going to go like this. Let's go like this. Phu Hoi. It's going to give me. All right, there you go. All right. So we're talking about. I wonder if it's going to give me Phu Hoi. I want Phu Hoi. Okay, so we're talking about this area right here. Okay, so you can see from here Obviously, it's probably going to be like from here out, out here, this little area right here. See how small? See how small it is? It's not so big, all right, because this was the Citadel. Okay, this is the Citadel. But again, it's tiny. Look how small this downtown is right here. Okay, now that should show you right there that this is going to be, that should tell you it's going to be like easy living. Okay, nobody's going to trip on anything. Vietnamese don't really trip on you, in the cities either, but for the most part, here it's going to be chill, peaceful. So that's what I'm thinking is going to be. All right, one day I'm going to actually make it to Hue. Okay, so we're talking about this little area right here. Okay, downtown. Okay, that's the downtown area, and then I could say we can even talk about the greater downtown area. So like from like right here to right here, where my cursor is, from there. Okay, that's what we're talking about. Let me go remove. Okay, all right. So if you guys, so I'm gonna say like this: if you guys want to live in this area, and this will be a good fit for people who want easy access to everything. I mean, you saw it, right? This is where you're going to have the best services, the river access, I mean, best of everything. Okay, everyone is going to um, speak the best English. You're gonna have the best of everything. Okay, it's gonna be just super convenient for you. If you're new to Hue, then you absolutely need to live here. Again, this is what I mean. If you're going to live in a city, if you must live in a city, a smaller city outside of the bigger cities, live in this kind of a district. Okay, this is what I'm talking about. It's important because you must pick your region, north, middle, or central, and the south. Pick a region first, okay? Because you have to do your research about the weather, all kinds of stuff, flooding. There's a lot that goes into moving to Vietnam. All right, but if you must live in a city, a smaller city like Hue, then live in this area of Phu Hoi. Okay, and so it's going to be good for people. And if you want to live in this kind of area, stay in this area. Okay. This is what I mean. If you're doing a scouting trip, this is what we would go check out. So if I had a group of people who wanted to go to Hue and were interested in Hue, then I would take a group of people with me and we'd fly up to Hue, and then we would go do adventures in Hue and check out and do some scouting trips. Okay, these are the type of activities that I'm thinking about doing with you guys. Okay, so if you guys are thinking about Hue, let me know. All right, behind the scenes, let me know. However, and then I'll just put like +1. Okay, all right, all right. Okay, so it's a good fit for you guys. If you guys want to live in Hue, if you want to live in the city center, it's going to be helpful for your central everything. Okay, but on the flip hand, I would think twice moving into this area if you want it to be quiet. Okay, again, it's going to be peaceful, but if you must live in this area of Hue, this is the city center. This is going to be the most busiest place in Hue. Okay. Again, remember, you saw that there were, it's right across the river from the Citadel. Okay. So, and if you're just joining us, bear with me. I'm going to show you guys what we're talking about. We're talking about the city center of Hue. Okay. So we're just talking about this area right here. All right. And then you can see it's right across the river from the Citadel. So the Citadel obviously is a tourist attraction. So it's going to be busy. All right. It's going to be super busy in this area, especially right here. So again, this is a major tourist attraction in Vietnam. So if you're going to live here, you're going to get the best of everything. Okay. Because it's right across the way from the Citadel. Okay, all of this right here is going to be prime real estate, baby. Prime real estate. All this right here, everything you can see, every little spot right down here. All this is going to be prime real estate. Living all up and down here, prime real estate. I don't know about right here, but all right here, right in front, prime real estate, baby. Okay, so if you're a foreigner and you want to live in this little area right here, in this downtown right here, perfect. Okay, that's what I'm talking about. Live right here. Okay, but again, if you're not into the whole, it's noisy, there's gonna be a lot of traffic, a lot of pollution right here, then I wouldn't live here. Okay, that's what I'm talking about. Okay, that's what I'm talking about. Think twice. All right, and so again, it's going to be, since you have everything right in this area, it's going to be higher rent. You know what I'm saying? So just gauge it. Okay, just gauge. You want to live in the city center, it's going to be more expensive. There's going to be a lot of visitors because it's right across from the Citadel. And then, so think twice about living here. Okay, but it's good if you want to live here. It's good that you have easier, it's all convenient, and it's pretty legit. Okay, you literally walk outside your door, your apartment building or house or whatever, and then you'll be right there in the mix, right? I'm just saying, man. I'm not saying there's going to be major clubs, but again, there probably is, because this is a tourist hub, and so they're going to be doing a lot more renovations in Hue as well over the next few years. So from what I'm hearing. All right, so let's keep it moving. Don't forget to hit that like button, guys, and don't forget to hit the poll. Okay, if you're new, we have a poll here. All right, I'm doing my first Vietnam subscriber trip. So if you are subscribed, thank you very much. I really appreciate it. If you're not, hit the subscribe button. All right, I'm gonna do a trip. Hit number 1 if you want to go to Da Nang. You think we should go to Da Nang, the first one. Number 2, Dalat. 3, Kanto and the Mekong Delta down here in the south. Or 4, Coffee Country. All right, make sure you guys hit 1, 2, 3, or 4, and participate with us, man. This is big right here. This is gonna be a big trip. So thank you guys for everyone who did participate. I really appreciate it, man. This is gonna be big, for real. All right. So next we're gonna talk about Perfume River. Ooh, what is that? What is that, KT? Perfume River. What is that? All right, Perfume River. All right, and the central riverfront areas. Ooh, that sounds expensive. All right, so give me a minute. Let me find it. Let me go right here. Here, I'll go with you guys can watch me. Let me remove, go like this. All right. So again, these are meant for you guys to understand more about what Perfume River. Okay. Okay. All right. So clearly we're talking about this area then right here. I don't know if we're talking about the side area over here, but I feel like we're talking about this area right next to the Citadel. All right. So like the Citadel is surrounded by water, which is cool. Okay. Back in the day, they had, that was their defense, part of their defense. Cool, man. I really do want to go take a look, but we're going to talk about this area now. Okay. See where let me zoom in a little bit. Okay. We're talking about right next door to the Citadel, but it's just a skinny little river, a little river moat that's right around here. Okay. That's just dividing. So we're talking about this thing right here. Okay. All this. All right. I love it. See, when you think about it, how small Hue is, and then it spreads out, it just keeps spreading and spreading. You keep looking, and Down here's like kind of like Hue as well. Like it just spreads like that. That's Vietnam, man. We're talking about expats, where expats should live. Okay, so this area we're on it. This is Perfume River. Okay, they call this the Riverside. All right, so that's the areas we're going to talk about. All right, so again, I think that it's a good fit for people if you want to live here, if you are into like walking to cafes. Again, you're right across the bridge from the small bridge from the Citadel. Obviously, if you're living in this area, you're probably going to go to the Citadel once or twice. You're probably going to walk around this area a lot. Okay. You're probably not going to go inside the Citadel a lot, but you're probably going to be walking around. This area is going to be a lot of money. Okay. I'll be honest. Like, I would live here. Okay. I would live here in Hue. I would. All right. But I'm 6 years old. I'm 7 years almost. Yeah, almost 7 years in. So I have experience. Okay. Living in smaller areas. Now, these are for new expats. I wouldn't live in this area. Okay. If you're adventurous, by all means, yeah, go for it. But but if you want to live in this area in Perfume River, it's gonna be beautiful, man. I mean, just think about what you'll see, right? Let me see if I can see some pictures right after this. Okay. Again, this is good for a short-term base. If you're staying here for a scouting trip, like I said, or for your like if you want to do like morning routines, you live outside, just a little bit outside of this area, you could drive here and then you could walk around, do your exercises and stuff. This would be a really good area for you, apparently. Okay. So, and again, it's easier access than to the central part of Hue. So if you care about that kind of thing where you don't want to be too far out, I'd just go live next door. Go live next door. And if you're just joining me, this is what we're talking about. This area right here. Let me zoom in a little bit. Okay. So again, we just got done talking about this area. If you can see my cursor, all right, we just got done talking about downtown. This is the downtown right here. Hue, downtown Hue. Okay. And then we're over here now. So we're just across the bay right here. Okay. You can see Perfume River right here. Let's see if we can see some pictures while we're here. All right. So you can see that this is going to be great for outdoor enthusiasts, people who want to be outside, who just don't want to be indoors, right? You have a dog. This is going to be perfect for you. You're retired. You want to just chill. Look at this. This is interesting. To me, this is beautiful, man. I wish we had more parks and stuff like this here in Ho Chi Minh. I just wish we had more. Like it gives me like Midwest vibes in the US. It gives me like Midwest vibes, but just yeah, with a bunch of how slow it looks. Let's see if this video. Yeah, man. It's like country living, man. It's like country living. Look at that. Love it. Love it. Yeah, that says it all right there, man. That picture says it all. That's the kind of life you're gonna be living there. All right. That's the kind of life you're gonna be living right there. Okay. So we're talking about this area. Now, it's not a good fit for you if you want to live in that area if you are into paying extra. Okay. Now, I'll be honest, living in these like small areas, you're gonna deal with like beggars and like scammers and taxi guys trying to charge you more. Okay, so the vendors are gonna try to charge you more because you're a foreigner, and they don't distinguish between an expat unless they've seen you a lot, right? But they don't distinguish between an expat and a visitor. Okay, they're just gonna group everyone as a visitor and then upcharge you. Okay. So if you're kind of weird about that kind of thing and you don't want to be pestered all the time, I wouldn't stay in this area. Okay. This area in particular, because it's closer to the Citadel. Okay. And if you just joined us, we're on Perfume River. Literally just showed you guys. All right. I would think twice about moving to the Perfume area, Perfume River area. If you don't if you don't care about, it's kind of similar to some Central. If you need more of a quiet area, now don't get me wrong. I'm sure it's quiet on the back end of Perfume River, but on the front end of Perfume River, where it's closer to the Citadel, it's going to be a lot of visitors. And is if you're doing your morning routines in this area and you're walking around, then what do you think others are going to do, right? So you're going to have people walking around 24 hours, at least 12 to 15 hours all day. Okay. Night walks, day walks, early morning walks. So if I'm you and you don't like that kind of stuff, you don't want a whole bunch of people around, I wouldn't live here. I wouldn't live in this area at least. Okay. And if you want better housing value, I wouldn't live here. Okay. Again, it's right across the moat from the Citadel. It's close to the Citadel. It's going to be the most expensive as well. All right. So we have the first two in the city center and Perfume River and the central riverfront areas. Okay. So obviously those are going to be the most expensive. But, if you have Western money, all right. Okay. So I see that I have one comment. Let me go with real quick. My man AD says, I think Da Nang should be the first as most people love the SSS. Yes, I don't know what SSS is, but yeah, I'm definitely thinking that Da Nang, it might be Da Nang, to be honest, but we'll see. We'll see what you guys say. All right. It's not up to me, really. If you guys vote for it, I'll make it happen. All right. Really. If you guys vote for it, I'll make it happen. And so far, we have 3 people total who have voted for this. So that I see on here. So yeah, get those votes in, man. Let's go, guys. Help a brother. Help a brother. All right. So let's talk about the vida and the quieter residential living. Okay. So let me get here. All right. So say it with me. V, just like V, vida, and the quieter areas. You gotta say that, but vida. Okay. Let me show you what we're talking about. Vida, and bear with me here. Vida. Okay. I love it. So go here. Let me show you real quick. We're talking about this area right here. Let me back up a little bit. Okay. So again, as you can see, there's a distinction, right? So again, we were just talking about this area. Now we're talking about across the river. Okay. So it goes all the way back here. That's crazy. Again, now I guarantee you these people up here are way different than these people back here. I guarantee you. All right. And this is the cool thing about Hue is that it's kind of like it mixes between like country folk or farmland people and city people, like kind of together. It's kind of cool, man. I actually really dig that, right? I really actually really dig that because in the smaller towns, you don't really get this. You don't get, I mean, in a way, it's not, don't get me wrong, it ain't really like a city, but it's city enough, okay? And so it's city enough to where the country folk can have a taste too of city life. All right. This is like This is like city life light, city life light. That's what I'm trying to say. Okay, so you can see, you can. I mean, obviously, if I span back, this is the country, guys. This is the country, and obviously, Hue has an airport. You can see right here, over here in the bottom right here. Okay, but this is the country. This is the countryside. Period. This is the countryside, but it's unique because it's near the coast. All right, so it's like coast and countryside combined, which is kind of cool, man. I love it. That's what I mean. Like you don't get this a lot, and so this is where I mean, Hue is built up. Like Hue was the old capital. It's built up, and there's a lot going on in Hue, to be honest. So this is the area we're talking about right here. Okay, look at it. It goes from here. It goes from here to here to here to here, right? All the way up here. All right, this is what we're talking about. Vida. Okay. All right. So Vida. So this would be a good fit for you. Again, this channel, my channel is all about talking about expats. We, helping you guys come into um, come into Vietnam with a plan, and so you can execute it and you can live here longer. Okay, that's what my plan is. This whole channel, my relocation business, all that. Okay, so Vida, if I'm you and I'm new to Vietnam, I would live in Vida. I would. I wouldn't live in the backside, but I would live more in the middle of the either in the middle or more to the left where the city toward the city. Okay, again, you're looking for peacefulness. Okay, quiet. Okay, the first two areas were super like city luxury, in your face with with Vida area and these other quieter residential areas, obviously you could see on the map, the further back you get, the more you could just see like, oh man, I bet it's peaceful back there, right? It is, all right? So the closer you go to the left toward the Citadel, it's gonna be crazier, okay? A lot louder. So I would live here. I think it's a good fit if you want more of a quieter neighborhood, okay? That has more of a local area. Again, Vietnam's all about streets, okay? If you've been with me, you understand what I mean by that, okay? I would say that this area right here is going to be good to raise a family, okay? It's good for couples, good for retirees. I'll throw in raising families, and then obviously for remote workers, okay? Remote workers, you guys are unique because you can work anywhere. Excuse me, you can live anywhere and work. Just make sure your internet is good, okay? This area would be a good fit for people who better for people who do not need a nightlife often. Okay. Now, Hue, I'm not saying doesn't have a nightlife. It has a nightlife. Okay, a nightlife. But I'll say that it is again. This is an old city, so it has a nightlife. Okay, but it just might not be like clubs and what we're accustomed to as expats. Okay, but it'll have your bars and have some bars there too. So, but it's not going to be robust. Okay, that's the big thing. Don't expect robustness. Here in Ho Chi Minh City, it's robust. Okay, every district is caked up with bars and nightclubs and all that good stuff. Okay, you're gonna find something over here in Saigon. In Hue, you might not find something. Okay, you'll find one or two spots that you like, but that's about it. Okay, it's a good fit though if you don't need to you don't need that every day. Okay, again, if you're in these quieter areas, you're gonna have more of a local experience, more of a local nightlife, more of a local dating. Okay, so you better know a little bit of Vietnamese, just a little bit. Okay, just a little bit is all I'm saying. All right, forgive me, I got something in my eye. All right. All right. So Vida is a good area, but you just got to pick the right street and pick the right district, okay, where you want to live, the Phuong. All right. And then it's useful if transport, if you have a motorbike, all right, and if you want to, if you have a bunch of errands, okay. So of course, you're going to take a bunch of your stuff is going to be in the center. So if I'm you, I would live in the middle of Vida. Okay, I wouldn't live in the back. And again, let's look at the map real quick again. And I want to just kind of go over that. Okay, so what I'm saying, what I'm referring to is living back here. Okay, now living back here was my living back here. I just wouldn't want to live like from here back here. I just wouldn't want to live back here. I don't know why. I don't know why. Maybe if I saw the area, off my initial intuition, I just wouldn't want to live back there. I'd more like I'm saying in the middle. I more would go from like here out. Okay, remember we're just talking about this area down here. All of this. Okay, from down here, I would live more like here and over. Okay, so from like here, like right in here is where I would live. Because again, this is a hospital. Okay, this is a hospital right here, and you're like right in the center of it all, but just off in the side, just in the cut a little bit. But yeah, I would totally live right up in here in this area. Okay, and it looks like there's a bunch of boutiques. I mean, like look how beautiful this is over here. Now that we can, I don't know if this is AI or anything, but this looks great. This is a boutique, but I mean, look at this place. This is a boutique, but I just want to show you the area. Look at the area. That is 2025. So this is a more updated picture. Look at that, man. Look at the streets. That's what I'm talking about. Look at that. This is the area we're talking about. So it's walkable. This is August 2025. So look at that. It's all walkable. Look. That's pretty modern, yeah? I mean, I'm just saying. All right. That's pretty cool. I ain't gonna lie. All right. That's Hue. Okay. That's the kind of stuff you're gonna be hanging out with and hanging in. I love it, man. I love it. So let me go Vida. Okay. So that's what I'm talking about. I would live in this area over here. From like here over to the left. Over here. Okay, from here to here. All right. Now, again, this is not a good area for you to live if, again, you are looking for more of a more of a robust nightlife. You're looking to hang out with your friends more. You want to go out and be out more. Again, Vietnam is great, but everyone's working. Everyone is working. You know what I'm saying? So I would say that if you're brand new, I would think twice about living in this area. Okay. If you're still trying to figure out what Hue is all about, yeah, I would think twice about it. Stay in the center. Live in the center, start in the center, or up in Perfume River area. I would do that. Okay. Again, you can stay in Vida if you're on the left toward the citadel, okay, toward the center. But if getting in the residentials and all the back areas, I wouldn't do that. Okay. Now I would go south. No problem. Okay. Just I would do that. But again, that is closer toward the center. Okay. Just I say this for a reason because you're gonna have I know foreigners. You guys, we want what we want. Okay. It sounds good to live in a quiet residential area when you're a single person and you're saving 300 or 400 bucks, or let's say you're spending 350 on a 2 bedroom spot in Hue, and it's like you have the best of everything. It's a penthouse, so it's probably 6 or 7 floors up. I mean, it's balling. I mean, it's overlooking the river. You saw the river, overlooking the river. It looks great. The Citadel. It's all baller. And then you have no girl because you can't get anybody, and you have all that for nothing. I'm just saying, man. It's been thousands of guys who've done that before you, thousands, and you think that you're gonna have all these guests and stuff, and then it just doesn't happen. But if you don't care about that, then by all means do it. I mean, that's great. But again, if you're looking for, this area is not a good area if you're looking for a robust nightlife, dating scene, all that stuff. If you're willing to try, by all means do it. I mean, that's the kind of deals you'll get here. Is this kind of like 350 for a 2 bedroom, you know what I mean? 250, you know what I mean? It's like that cheaper. All right. Don't quote me on it now, okay? But again, if I'm gonna live in Vida Hue, then I'm going to go with my wife. That's it. Like, have a girl, have a guy that you guys can build something and together in this area. And whether it's remote work you're doing, whether it's whatever, okay, internet work, whatever, lock in and get busy. This is what VDOT area is for. It's just to lock in. All right. It's good for, again, you're a remote worker, same, lock in. You can live on a third of the price that I live on, and meaning you can live under $1,000 and get everything you need under $1,000, and you're living like you're not worried about nothing living in Hue. Okay, but you got to pick the right accommodation, the right street, the right everything. Okay, in order for that to work out. Okay, you can overspend on your accommodation. You know, there's no reason why you should be spending over 500 to, let's say, over 600 USD in Hue for accommodation, okay, per month. There's no way, no reason why, okay? And I'll say that again. There's no reason why you should be spending over 600 USD on your rent in Hue, okay? Just get a 1 bedroom, you'll be fine, okay? I promise. Don't get a 2 bedroom or a 3 bedroom thinking, I can finally get a 2 or 3 bedroom and my family's gonna visit and all this stuff. They're not gonna visit, okay? And they're probably gonna get a hotel. Just saying. All right. Again, this is good for retirees. This is gonna be good for you remote workers and obviously for couples. All right. Again, I'll say families as well. Okay. Hue is overall a good area to raise your family. Okay, cleaner areas. Obviously, the rainy season, meh, it's just not good. Okay, the rainy season is trash, but it's good for raising your family. Okay, get out, a lot of free activities and stuff, and it's beautiful. All right. Again, I think it's better for people if they don't need a nightlife. You want peace? Go live in Vida, for real. All right. If you have a motorbike, then excellent. I would think twice if moving to this area of Vida, if you are brand new and you're still trying to figure out Hue, okay? You need that consistent social life. Already, again, told you, you want quick meetups. Not going to happen really in this area because most of your friends are going to be in the center, okay? Now remember that, because most of foreigners will be living in the center or near the center. They're not going to live in these areas. Okay, it seems like they're right next door to each other, but when you get boots on the ground, you realize it's 10 or 15 minutes away. Okay, so just keep that in mind. There's a difference between walking outside your complex or walking outside your home, and then walking 2 minutes, 3 minutes, or 5 minutes down the road to your boy's house, and then you guys go get something to eat. Then having to jump on your motorbike and then driving 15 minutes into the city. It makes a big difference. It really does. Okay. That's why most of us foreigners are willing to pay a little extra so that we can have convenience and we can just walk down there and it's better. Okay. So if you're still trying to figure out it and you're still trying to figure out your transportation, I would just move to the center. Okay. Seriously, just move to the center. Okay. And then I would say that this is not a good fit for you if this area, Vida, living there, if you get kind of crazy about being alone. Again, if isolation bothers you, yeah, I wouldn't live here. Again, move to the center. There's a lot more action going on, a lot more activities going on. Again, this is a tourist city, so it's gonna always be bumping. Okay, closer to the center. Okay, you're always gonna have activity. All right, when you're a little bit away from the center, it's a completely different city. Okay, all right. So again, um, boredom is a thing. It is a thing here. Live in the center, live more towards the center. You'll have more access to activities and the vibe of the city. Okay. All right. I see some comments and I'm going to get to you guys right now. Right now. All right. So my man AD says, Sunsea Sand. Okay. Sunsea. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, man. I'm definitely, if you guys are down, again, hit that, make sure you guys hit the poll question for me. All right. I'm going to do my first Vietnam subscriber trip. So if you guys are interested, hit this number one. All right. I'm asking you guys, my people. All right. Where do you want to go on our first trip? You want to go to Da Nang, Dalat? You want to go to the Mekong Delta? Or do you want to go to coffee country, Bumatwat? So right now, just type 1, 2, 3, or 4. And at the end of this, we'll see. I'm going to be doing multiple of these, okay? So just vote, and yeah. All right, my man, Slick Rick. What's up, Slick Rick? Shout out to you, my brother. He says, "Hey, hello, KT from San Francisco. What's up, brother? My Cali man, another Cali guy. Love it, brother. How you doing, brother? I know you're on Rich and Chang's YouTube channel. So yeah, I know who you are, brother. What's up, my guy? Thanks for the comment, brother. Appreciate it." AD says a lot of older men are more about solitude. KT, yeah, I get it, man. I totally get it. But we have a community here, and I'm all about building that community. And if people want to come and join, by all means, that's cool. But we're all in a foreign land together, and I think that it would be nice to have an ally or have some allies, because I'm telling you, if you plan on living in Vietnam for any period of time, you're going to want to have a crew of people that people, just human beings that you can reach out to, say, "Hey, bro, let's go get a cup of coffee and let's talk." You know what I mean? How you been? It matters, trust me. And so, yeah, you're gonna want to you know how it is. Come on, life ain't over after you retire, guys. I promise you. That is just beginning. I promise you. All right. If you get tapped in with people here, and you don't just try to go have your solitude. Go have your solitude for a minute. But if you get tapped into people here, because isolation and boredom can creep up on you in a matter of a month. Okay. And you're like, okay, I need to get out. Okay. But if you're building before you get here, and if people know who you are, and you can reach out to me, and I can introduce you to groups of people who, whatever you're into. Okay. We could do that. All right. So yeah, man, I really advocate for people to tap into the expat community in Vietnam. Okay. Not everybody's created equal, but yeah, you just gotta just pick the right people. You know what I mean? And then thank you, AD. Appreciate that. And AD says, and women. Yes, absolutely. Definitely, definitely. All right, Mr. Navigator. Thank you, AD. Appreciate you, man. Shout out to you, my brother. Mr. Navigator says, of course, it always helps to stay in areas where you can shop for most items that are nearby. Yes, sir. Yeah, it's true, man. But again, you know, I've noticed a lot of expats, they get adventurous. New expats get adventurous. They're excited. They want to move to a place like Hue, and they're like, I'm cool on the big cities. I want to move to Hue. I want to try it out. And then they realize it's boring here. And there's nothing to do. And then they don't work. And so they don't work there. They're just there vacationing and having a good, like living, but they're vacationing for 3 months. And then they end up leaving. So I, I say these things for a reason because I've been there. I've seen so many of my friends, acquaintances, people I've traveled with say the same shit. So I'm just telling you guys, all right? It's important to tap into a community here, for real, because you never know what you can do, man. You know, never know. All right. Make sure you guys hit that poll though. That poll's still sitting at the same one. Come on now. Number 1, 2, 3, or 4. All right, this is our first subscriber trip. So if you guys are subscribers of mine, of the channel, and you guys are interested in going on a trip with me, hit that. I'll show you guys around this country. Da Nang, where are we going though? Da Nang, number 1, 2, Dalat, 3, Mekong, or 4, Bumatuat. Let me know. All right. Yeah, I appreciate it, man. Yeah, thank you, Mr. Navigator, my man. Shout out to you, brother. Okay, Slick Rick says, I'm doing good, KT. Thank you for the shout out. Of course, man. Come on now. You know, we family. we from California, brother. Come on now. Slick Rick says, I enjoyed your interview with Richie and Chang. I appreciate it, man. Thank you, man. Shout out to you, bro. Appreciate that. Keep coming, man. Keep coming, brother. I love to see you, man. I love to see you. Thanks for the commenting, though, too. My man, Mr. Navigator says, I don't recall you mentioning digital payments. Don't they offer ways to make payments with your mobile device? Yes. Yeah. I'm sorry. I just thought everybody kind of knew that. But yeah. Yeah. Thank you for bringing that up, though, bro. Yeah. So digital payments, but they're not accepted everywhere. All right. I'll give you a little nugget. Before you come, if you're a new expat and you are going to live in Vietnam, I've said this so many times in past videos. All right, 6 months ago, a year ago, 2 years ago, and so there is a digital bank that you can use QR code, right? QR payments in this country. Okay, set this up before you get here. It's called Timo. 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 Okay, it's a digital bank. They have a location here in Ho Chi Minh City. You can set up your account online, and then you have to come down here to one of their branches. If you come to Ho Chi Minh City, slide over to them with your passport and money, like actual physical currency, and give it to them. Okay, and they'll activate your account. Once they do that, you can transfer money from your U.S. account or your home country account to the Timo account. All right. That way, when you're in country, you can scan and be just like us. Okay. And so you won't have to. It won't affect your U.S. account, and you don't have to use your U.S. account. All right. Come on now. This is what we doing. All right. Make sure you guys hit that poll. Okay. Which Vietnam subscriber trip should I build first? Da Nang, 1, 2, Dalat, 3, the Mekong, or 4, going to Bumatwat. All right. All right, man. Appreciate it, Mr. Navigator. Appreciate you, my guy. But yeah, most throughout the country accepts QR payment from a local Vietnamese account. That will give you a local Vietnamese account that you can use here. Okay, they do accept Apple Pay, but in these smaller towns, don't expect nothing. Okay, don't expect anything. Expect that they only accept cash and um, a local QR Vietnamese account payment. Period. Don't expect anything else. Throughout the once you get outside the bigger towns, the bigger cities, don't expect anything else. Okay. All right. Thank you, bro. Appreciate it. But they do theoretically they do accept. All right. Okay, let's keep it rolling. Let's keep it rolling, rolling, rolling. We just keep it rolling, rolling, rolling. All right. So again, just a little, just to bring it all back together. Vida is a good area if you're looking for solitude. Okay, if you're looking for solitude, this is we're talking about this area right here, down here. So it goes far. It's huge, huge area. Vida. Okay. All right. Let's keep it rolling, man. Let's keep it rolling, rolling, rolling. All right, man. So now we're gonna talk about the Kim Long. So let me show you now. Excuse me. Let me show you the Kim Long and the traditional areas. Now this is gonna be kind of crazy because this is gonna be more out. So Kim Long, bear with me. Kim Long Hue. Oh my God, look at this. Woo! Now, who wants to live out here? Raise your hand. Who wants to live out here? Let's see what kind of area Kim Long. I mean, it's beautiful, I'm sure. I mean, hold on, that's all we got. Why is that all we got? Okay. Well, it has a nice little lake, right? Who wants to live out here? This is real traditional, okay? So we're talking about this area, okay? We're talking about all this and over here. Let's see what we got over here. Is it promising? Okay. All right. So it's like right next to the Citadel. Okay. So I think that we're probably going to live on this side. Okay. And I'll be honest, I would even be I'd be kind of open to see what this looks like too. This area right here. I don't know, man, but okay. All right. I think we would live over here. Now, the greater Kim Long area, you good luck, okay? Good luck. Okay, that's all farmland right there. All farmland. Look at that. Okay? All farmland. All right. Who wants to live out here? Raise your hand. All right. Let's talk about it. So again, now that you know how far it is, right? It's far. It goes from the Citadel on the, let's say, looking at it from the left side of the Citadel, in that little corner we saw. We're gonna live there. That's probably gonna be it. I'll be honest. All right. So let's move on to the Kim Long. Again, this is traditional. Okay. Clearly in the middle or in the beginning, that's like the city like life. Okay. As you get further away, we're talking about traditional way life. Okay. That's where a lot of the locals are. That's where all people have lived there for hundreds of years. Okay. And again, this place is thousands of years old. Okay, so they've lived in this area for thousands of years. Okay, again, this is local, local, local. It's going to be quieter streets. All right, it's going to be nothing but local food. Okay, you're going to probably cook if you live a little bit, outside of the city area of Hue. Okay, and so in the greater Kim Long area, okay, that literally is probably 30-40 minute away if you're way out there to get to the city. Okay, nothing but local food, and it's going to be a super neighborhoody feel. Okay, everybody knows everyone there. Okay, it's good if you really want to bond with Vietnam. Okay, if you want to bond with the Vietnamese people, all right, you're gonna learn so fast about the culture and how Vietnam really rocks. Okay, this part of the region. Okay, if you're really looking for that kind of immersion, then I would absolutely challenge you to go live in the greater Kim Long area, and then live there for 6 months, and you'll be a better person for it. Trust and believe. Okay, and they'll take good care of you. Really, they'll take good care of you. All right. But I would think twice if you really need English. Okay. If you need English every day and you're terrified of Vietnamese. All right. I wouldn't live here. Okay. Clearly, I would live on closer to the Citadel side of Kim Long than I would in the traditional local areas. Forget about it. Okay. Forget about it. If you really want to find um, if you really want that local life, I wouldn't I wouldn't live here if you need that English, okay? And if you need expats aren't going to be living here. They're not living in the greater traditional local areas. They're just not, you know? And so yes, you might find one or two sprinkled around, but better believe they live more on the toward the citadel. Okay? So if you're choosing it based on how affordable you could get, understand the payback, or no, that's not what I'm looking for. Um, what you're going to get in return is that you're probably not going to get a better house, and you're probably not going to get the amenities, the services, the anything. It's going to be basic Vietnamese house. If you're going to rent a house, it's going to be super cheap and super affordable, but it's going to be basic, to be honest. Okay, so forget about it. Don't live here. Okay. All right. So again, don't live here if you're just trying to be cheap. If you're not, excuse me, not if you're trying to be cheap. Don't live here if you only want it to be cheaper, is what I'm trying to say. Okay. And then I would say if you don't have a motorbike, forget about it. Don't live in the greater traditional local areas. Okay. Stick to the city side. Okay. I'll be honest. I'll show you guys again because it's rough out here, man. Who wants to live out? We're talking about this. If you guys are just joining us, we're talking about the city side, living in the city side right here. You could even live anywhere out here and you'd still be better off than living anywhere down here. This place would be freaking beautiful, but even living right here would be a nightmare, I feel like. Okay. We're talking about the Kim Long area. Let me see yeah, just give me nothing. Okay. Yeah. Let's see if we can find this picture. This is Kim Long Mountain. Okay. Look at this. This is 2021, but look at this. See what I mean? I mean, you're on a mountain. You're trekking through mountains and forest. It feel like, and yeah. I mean, you better know how to drive a motorbike. You better know how to drive a motorbike if you're gonna live out here. That's cute.
Hey, bạn.
Look at that. This is January 2026. So this is just several months ago. Yeah, look how high it is. I'm telling you. So this is the mountain. Okay, that's cool. January 2026. Look at that. You want to drive through that? Uh, Again, if you live out here in the traditional area, local areas, good luck. Good luck is all I'm going to say. Okay. So that again, like I said, even if you live out here in the middle, that's a big trek. Okay. We're talking again about Kim Long. Um, yeah, we're talking about this area. Okay. That's right in the middle. You're like, but KT, you didn't say anything about any mountains. Yeah, I mean, I don't know if Google. Let me see terrain. Yeah, there it is. No, that's not what I want. I want satellite. There we go. Okay, Kim Long. This is what we're talking about right here. Look at that. Clearly, they have a road. Okay. Yes, they have a road, and I'm glad you can see this better. But they do have a road that goes into the Citadel. But again, goes into the Citadel over here. But you look at you got to go through this first, okay? And yes, there are pockets. So if you live out here, you live out here. I mean, good luck. It's doable. I'll be honest, it's doable. Okay, you live back here. Good luck. Okay, live in this pocket back here. It's $200 for you can find something for $100. It's a studio, but it's a penthouse studio. You gonna live there? Are you gonna live right there? I'm not. I don't know about you, but again, we're talking about this Kim Long greater area. Now the cool thing about it is it also has this right here as well. And this is where it seems like where a lot of people live as well. But again, this is where I'm living. Okay. I'm gonna live somewhere over here. Somewhere probably I have a dog, so somewhere over here. Okay. That's what we're talking about. So when I say, okay, you want to live in the greater local area, that's this, that's all this. That's probably like from like here out. Okay? From like here out, the greater. Okay? Now, if you add, you can see that Hue, it's still small, but it's not that small when you add these areas out here. The center of Hue is right here. Okay, right here, literally right here. Okay, you can see this a lot better. I love it actually. Okay, so again, you can live in Kim Long, but make sure you guys live more. This is the Citadel. This literally across this moat is the Citadel. This is the Citadel. So again, I would live right here, somewhere around here. Okay, look how dense it is though. But they also but the cool thing is they have so much green space. I love it. Ah, I miss that. So great. Okay. Okay. So let's get into it. We're almost complete here. Almost complete. Now let's talk about the Citadel itself. We're going to talk about Citadel side and the older local pockets. Okay. So let me see if I can find it. Let me grab you guys here. Let me go like this. All right. And let's find the old pocket. Let me go like this. Let me find the layers. Citadel. Citadel side. No. That's what I'm looking for. Citadel. Citadel side. I want to say it's going to be, kind of have a feeling I know where it's at. It's going to probably be over here somewhere. I'm going to assume that it's going to be the Citadel itself. I'm going to assume that it's going to be the Citadel itself because clearly you can see that people actually live inside the Citadel. Okay. Obviously, the Citadel, I'm going to say, is this. This thing right here. I'm pretty sure it is. Yeah, the Emperor City. Yeah. And then, so I'm sure we're talking about this inside the Citadel. Okay. Now, how cool is that, man? You could live inside the Citadel's walls. That's so cool, man. I love that. I actually would do that, to be honest. I didn't think you could live here. But seeing it from this view, I didn't realize there were so many people. So this is the Citadel. The right here. And then this is the Citadel's the city, the town, I guess I don't know what you even call it, but yeah. Would you live inside? I would. I'll be honest. I didn't think that was an option, but now I can see it. Yeah, I would absolutely live in here. That'd be cool, man. Reminds me of Morocco. I'm not gonna lie. All right, so we're talking about this area, okay? So the Citadel side and the older local pockets, clearly it's going to be super old. It's like the old city. It really is the old city. Okay. They built Hue outside. Okay. Now outside of the Citadel. Okay. The Citadel city, the old town. Okay. We'll call it the old town. All right. So this is the heartbeat. So clearly, this is the heartbeat of Hue. Okay, so I would absolutely. I'm curious now to go over there to see what it looks like inside. But clearly, this is the old town, so it's going to be culture, culture, culture. Okay, it's going to be history. It's going to be super local foods, thousands of years of tradition. It's going to be here, hundreds of years of just things being like you're walking within history, bro. I just love it. I love it, right? And again, it's going to be slower of a pace than outside of the gates, we'll call it, okay? In the new city, all right? Old city, new city, okay? And so it's good if you really want that older Hue feel, okay? If you want to live here because you want the history, okay? And you want to be around tourism. You want the vibe of the tourist, the energy, man. Come on. Um, this is a good fit if you want to live inside the Citadel, the old city. It could work if you have a routine, if you're comfortable with a local routine. Okay. So it's the old city. It's gonna have some modernizing, you know, and it's going to need more modernization, and it's going to need more modernizing. Okay, is what I'm trying to say. All right, it's useful if you want grounded living near the old city. Yeah, man. Who It doesn't get any better than living inside the gates of an old city. Come on. If you're a history buff, I can't wait to go check this out now. I didn't think you could. Now I'm genuinely excited, to be honest. I didn't think you could live there. So this is probably where you're gonna find all of your hotels, a lot of your hotels, I'll say. All right, so definitely would live here for sure. All right, I would absolutely think twice about living here if you need modern conveniences. Okay, the modern conveniences. This is the old town, baby, and you're not gonna get much modernizing in this city. Okay, in the old city, it's kind of just like every other old thousand-year city where they don't want to change. Clearly they'll update stuff, and I'm sure their apartments and their homes are updated for you, and they are modern. But again, this is the old town. Okay, if you need that modern services and you need everything to be like, I don't want anything historical. I don't want nothing. I want it crystal clean and modern. Go stay across the river. Okay. Um, Now I'm really curious about Hue. All right, genuinely really curious. I've always been, but now I'm kicking myself. Okay. think twice. Number two, think twice if older homes are an issue for you. Okay, the mold, flooding. Again, this is the old city, so obviously their infrastructure is not going to be the best. Okay, so just make sure that you keep that in mind if you want to move to this area, street by street. Just keep that in mind. Vietnam's all about street by street. One street could not flood, one street could flood. Okay, just keep that in mind. Okay, and if you need nightlife, think twice because you know a lot of the old towns they close early. All right, I wouldn't be surprised if this area closes really early, 8 o'clock. You know what I'm saying? 9 o'clock, right? Because it's not known for its nightlife. So by 10 o'clock, everybody, right? Yeah, that's a thing here. Okay. Uh, Generally, the bedtime is like 10 o'clock. Lights out, everybody's sleeping, like locals and expats, generally. Generally. Okay. We all, it's all about night. It's nighttime, 10 o'clock, everybody's in the house doing their thing, generally. All right. So again, I would think twice if the last one, okay. Again, excuse me, let me go back. The fourth one, you need nightlife, frequent meetups, or expat access nearby. I don't know how many expats are going to be living in the center, are going to be living in the old town rather than the center, is what I'm trying to say. Because it's cool, but it's probably a pain in the butt to get across the bridges all the time, to get through traffic, right? Because this is the old town. You're going to be dealing with tourists in the morning, right? Tourism coming home, tourism, right? So it's going to be busy for you, okay? And then the historic location becomes inconvenient for your routine. That's what I'm saying. All right. So let's keep it rolling. We just keep it rolling. All right. So too quiet, too local, too far out. All right. We've kind of brushed on this, so I'm gonna go kind of quick on this one. Okay. Um, this can work if you are an expat that you already know Hue. All right. Like someone like myself, again, I don't know Hue, I know Vietnam. So I don't have to know Vietnam, or I don't have to know Hue in order to live there, right? I've lived a little bit north, probably about 100 kilometers north of Hue. Um, and yeah, I know how they get down there. But, and you have a clear routine and you have a clear plan. This will work for you if you want to live in Hue, in all of Hue, if you have a plan. Okay. It's important. Have a plan when you come to Vietnam. Okay. Two, if you can ride a motorbike and you have a motorbike or you're able to rent a motorbike in Hue, you're going to love it. Do not move outside of a big city and not learn how to ride a motorbike because you're going to be trapped. Trust me, you're going to feel trapped. You're going to feel limited. You're going to eventually say, screw it, I need to learn a bike. Because what happens when it rains and Grab is taken up by the locals? What happens when you have to walk home in the rain? Yes, this is a thing. It is a thing. Okay. So keep it in mind. You heard it here first. I'm just trying to tell you. Okay. I'm trying to put you guys on game, put you up on game. Three, this Hue could fit. Hue could be a good fit for you if you value quiet, food, because Hue is known for their food. Okay. Culture, and a slower pace of life. Okay. I already told you at the top of this live, this place is slower. It's like 50% slower than Da Nang. Maybe like 30% slower, okay, than Da Nang. Slow, okay? Saigon, we're like, blah, 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 blah. And then Hue, okay? Chill, bro, chill. Okay? And so if you're good with that, cool. Hue is going to be perfect for you. All right? And then if you are retired, married, or settled into your day, okay? If you have a partner, retired, you don't have a partner, doesn't matter, but you're retired, you're a family, and you have or you're married, by all means, Hue is going to be a really good opportunity for you to raise your family and save a lot of money. Okay. Now, I'll be honest. I would honestly live in a city. I would live in Hue, a city like Hue. Once my wife and I'll consider it once my wife and I have children, start having kids. Big city's cool, but to raise a family, I don't know. I'm starting to think twice about it, to be honest. Do business, cool. Opportunity, cool. But to raise a family, I don't know, man. I would think about Hue, to be honest. I'm just letting y'all know this real time, real, letting you guys know. I would think twice about moving to Hue if you are brand new to Vietnam and you need a plan or you need an easy landing. Easy landing, what I'm referred to an easy landing is like if you need modern conveniences, you get off the plane, you have access to Grab, transportation, Metro. You don't have to wait, right? You don't have to. You have everything you need. I'll just say international food because when you first get to Vietnam, yes, you might jump into a Vietnamese meal, but most of us want something like a hamburger or a pizza or something that we're used to, right? Just to kind of get our belly right. I've told you guys multiple times, you must in your first 30 days, get your mind right, deprogram yourself from the West, detoxify yourself, drink water, not the tap water, but get a faucet, excuse me, get a filtered water, right? You can buy them for like 250 bucks. Okay, here, like 200 bucks. You can buy them here, have someone install it into your rental, and then you can have filtered water. Okay, that's what we do. Not That's not what a lot of people do here. They go and buy the big jugs, right? And before we moved into this house, we bought the big jugs. Okay, and we brought it home. I brought them home every week, every month. But then we ended up getting someone to deliver it to us. Same. Go downstairs, carry both of these things up for the month. It got tiring. Okay. So we ended up spending more money with those big jugs than we did just buying the filter. So now we just, refill water bottles. Just we have a filter in our house now, which is like you should do. Okay. That's mandatory, mando for sure, and they're really affordable. You should do that. Okay, it'll save you in the long run. Again, I would think twice about moving to Hue if you are only moving because of the rent. Okay, again, I'm trying to tell you, don't move to Hue if you don't drive a motorbike. You are looking for a robust nightlife, robust social dating life. If you're looking for a community, a robust expat community, don't move to Hue. All right. Yes, there are expats in Hue, but I wouldn't move to Hue specifically looking for these things. All right. Into stick into the bigger cities so then that way you can have a soft landing. Okay. And then that way it'll be easier so you can understand the culture and it's not such a culture shock going from the west to Hue. Okay. Like trust and believe, going from the west to Ho Chi Minh City is a easier soft landing than going from a major city like San Diego to Hue, Vietnam. All right. It's culture shock. You're gonna be like, what? All right. Again, if you don't drive, you better learn straight up. Okay. All right. So who should live where? Who should live where? We who should live where? So I'm just gonna be straight with y'all. If you're new, I've been telling you guys, I've been straight this whole live. If you're new, stick to the downtown areas. Okay. Don't even consider thinking about um, the greater Hue area. Okay. If you're new to Vietnam and specifically you're new to Hue, okay, you can live in Vietnam for 6 months to a year, and then go to Hue, and then you'll have a better footing than if you just move from the west to like, I want to go to Hue. Like, huh? Okay, that's new. Okay, so again, stick to the riverfront areas if you're new. Central, maybe. All right. Two, if you're a retiree, look for your quiet place. Okay. Make sure you are looking for food access. You have transport, easier transport, because most retirees don't drive. So you're gonna stick to around the central area, the riverfront area as well. All right. Look for your comforts. Okay. Make sure you get the best bang for your buck in Hue if you're a retiree, for everybody. Okay. And then if you're a remote worker, prioritize internet. Okay. Viettel, Viettel, Viettel. Okay, that is the best provider for your home internet. Okay, I use it. I have them right here. Fire. Okay, the best. Get the best. It cost me, like I said this last week, it cost me like $50, $60 max for 6, 7 months. I think it was a 7 month. Yeah, just pay it up front, and then you get the best top internet. All right, putting you on game now. Just ask for it. It's there. Okay. If you are okay, and then with the remote worker, yeah, you're gonna look for quiet cafes, food access, and you set up your routine. All right, easy peasy. Okay. If you're a dating focused expat, be realistic. Hue is not Saigon. I keep trying to tell you. I'll be honest. Hue is not even Hanoi. Okay. I've had my best dating experiences in Hanoi, in the north. Okay. The south, they're all over the place. The north, way better experiences dating. Okay. Hue is in the middle, so don't have much expectation. Okay. If you are budget conscious, obviously, Vida area, where it was on the um, in the across the river from the Citadel, and it was more in the open. Okay, it was on the right side across. So Vida, more you can find better conscious, budget conscious. Excuse me, affordable accommodation. What I'm trying to say. Excuse me. So I would do there, Kim Long area, but don't be in the greater Kim Long area, okay? All right, I'm watching you now. All right, check out some other local pockets. But again, if I'm you, I'll find the best bang for my buck around the Citadel or inside the Citadel. Okay. Now, last one, if you're a couple or a family, obviously, if you're a family, you want quieter residential areas. If you're a couple, maybe you want to be and you don't have a family yet, maybe you want to be inside the Citadel. Maybe you want to be or inside the Citadel, the old town. I'm sure if you're a couple, you want to be right there on the riverside somewhere where you can just go and have coffee, wake up, check it out. All right, city center. All right, but if you're a family, look for. I would go for Vida or some Kim Long as well. Okay, let's talk about some rent expectations. Okay, so what is the housing? What should I expect to pay? in here. Okay, let me give you guys some numbers here. Again, bear with me here. Let me grab some numbers. All right, so I'll give you some examples. So Phu Hoi, okay, that's the downtown Phu Hoi. You you look to you're going to spend about 500 USD or more. Okay, it just depends. Okay, but expect to pay for the convenience. Like I said, you can get away with getting a two bedroom for 500 USD. Easy, easy here. I mean, and that's luxury. That's balling. Seriously, no cap. Okay. Obviously, you can get apartments or homes that you can rent that are lower than 500. Of course, in this area, okay, in Hue, Vida, expect to pay anywhere around 450 or more, but generally 450 is good for the Vida area. The Kim Long area about 400 USD. All right, and that's for a couple. Um, this is generally for two people, right? And then the Citadel side around 350. Okay, so 300 and up. Okay, so yeah, you can definitely find affordability in these areas for sure. Okay, for sure. All right. So again, the central area is all about convenience, riverside access, and easier services. It's going to cost more, clearly. The second is going to be cheap rent may mean distance, dampness, less English support, or fewer services. Yeah, man. I mean, think about it. The further you are, I mean, we've been saying this, but the further you are outside of the city center, you're gonna need Vietnamese, straight up. Three-factor deposits, utilities, internet, cleaning, laundry, Grab or motorbike, okay, transportation costs, food, coffee, and your lifestyle costs. Okay, all this is gonna total your monthly cost. Okay, whatever it is, you can make sure that you can take away, add more, do whatever. But again, you probably could, excuse me, you can spend under $1,000 a month. Okay, I'm trying to tell you. I just told you guys what if you're spending 350 for a two bedroom. Let's say it's even a one bedroom, 350 USD. You're in the city center, overlooking the Citadel, right in the river. You're right in the heart of everything. You have what? What is that? 600. So you have, let's just say you have 600 USD left for the month. You think you could save a couple $100 and spend $300 more? Just saying, man. You guys don't understand it. If you guys are new to Vietnam, it's that cheap here, man. And especially like when you eat out, and as long as you don't go crazy with like international foods every night, every meal, you're gonna be great. Seriously, $100 should last you like a week. I know. $100 should last you for at least a week. If not, you get a Vietnamese woman, it'll last you for 2.5 weeks to a month. $100. That's why you got to get yourself a Vietnamese woman. You know what I'm saying? All right. So four, check noise, water pressure, internet, flooding. You can check flooding. They have websites and streets and all that stuff. Okay. You can check that here. The drainage, dampness, and mold, and your landlord's response. I know the last one is very difficult, but if you have access to the landlord before you give money, before you sign your deposit, your contract, and give deposit, um, try to see how responsive your manager or excuse me, the landlord is. You know what I'm saying? These are things that you just have to understand because once you give the money, you give the deposit, and they have your money, it's like they ghost, and then you deal with someone else for the life of the contract. It's kind of crazy. There's a lot of little things that you just got to watch out for here, man. And again, on this channel, I really try to help you guys and get you guys to think. All right. Um, and just make you aware of this stuff, you know? All right. So real quick before I finish up, I have a poll. All right. I'm starting subscriber trips. All right. So I'm introducing them. This is the very beginning of it. Okay. I want your guys' input. Where are my people at? All right. Where are we going to go? Where are we going to go? We're going to go to Da Nang. Type 1 for Da Nang. 2, Dalat. 3, the Mekong, or 4, we're going to Bumatwat, Coffee Country. So right now, just type in there 1, 2, 3, or 4 in the comment section, and let's see where we're going, man. All right. So yeah, again, we are absolutely going to do this trip, and I'm really excited about it, man. So I would love for a few of you guys to come out. Let's get like 6 of us to go, and including myself, so like 7 or 8 total. We can get 8. That'll be fire. All right, and I'll go with you for sure. This is gonna be I'm gonna be filming, doing all kinds of stuff. So yeah, man, we're gonna do it, man. This is gonna be fun. All right, I'm looking forward to hanging out with you guys and showing you guys Vietnam. All right, so if you guys are interested, you'll be hearing a ton more. That's what next week's live's about. We're gonna be going through it all, okay, from A to Z next week. All right, but this is the very beginning. I'm asking you guys right now. First time you guys have heard about this. Which Vietnam subscriber chip should I build first? Are we going to Da Nang, Dalat, Mekong Delta, Kanto, or Bumatuat, the coffee country? All right. All right. Let me know, man. Let me know. 1, 2, 3, or 4. Just type it in the comment section right now. Okay. So let's get back to this. Number 4, I'll reiterate it real quick. Check noise day and night. Clearly in the daytime, you're going to view the apartment, right? Obviously, that's what we do. Go back at night before you sign your lease and your deposit. Go back at night. Just go check the neighborhood out. Okay? Just that's a little nugget for you. Okay? When you get into the apartment to check it out, check the water pressure. Okay? Also, if you can, check the internet. Okay, that's very important. A lot of these landlords like to get the lowest. They like to put like 3 or 4 people on a router, and then they will give you the lowest package. Okay, that happened to us in our last apartment. Okay, there was like 4 apartments on one router, and it was the lowest plan. I was like, bro, come on, man. Why is this thing so slow? You know, so check it out. Trust me, I don't say these things so that you guys are not aware. You just need to be aware and be like, oh yeah, KT did say check the internet. And then there's apps and stuff you can check the internet. It's all good. All right. Last one, test the area during the day. What did I say? Test the area at night. There's a little nugget, okay? I'm trying to tell you now. And if you can, luckily for you, if it rained, you can go over there and check if it flooded or not. Do all this before you sign the lease, before you give the money, okay? If you can. I know it's difficult, but just if not, get a hotel in that area and then you can see it. That's all I'm saying on your short trip. All right. So yeah, man, that's really gonna do it for me on this one, man. I mean, you guys, if you guys have any questions about anything, I have a website, relocation, all about relocation. I do relocation as a business. So if you guys are interested in that, hit me up right here. Go to my website, and then you can contact me there, or you can contact me. Let me see, where did I put you? You can contact me with right here. Okay. And my email is right there, my business contact, Kevin T at thestoryofkt.com. All right. Don't forget to hit those guides. I got dating guides, I have travel guides. Go onto the website. You can see all of that. Okay. All right, man. I'm really going to need your guys' support here, man. Um, really, 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 really need you guys' support. All right. Truly, just enjoy you guys, man. Enjoy you guys rocking with me to the end. My end gang. But yeah, you guys need anything, let me know. You will need a consultation. I still do consultations, so I'm around, man. Use the resources though, guys, because that's what they're there for. I put you up on game to the end, man. I want you guys to be successful, man. All right. Whether you're dating, moving to Vietnam, or anything to do with your life, be successful, man. Go for it. All right. Much love to you guys. Peace. I'm out. Thanks for joining me.